Hey everybody, it is Jeremy Hubbard in beautiful, gorgeous Dublin, Ireland, and we are taking you to the Emerald Isle in this episode of Window Seat. We are heading to the Emerald Isle in advance of St. Patrick's Day to show you what this capital city has to offer. Ooh. We have the do's.
That kicked ass. Did some dancing.
Don'ts.
And there's more entertaining things to do in Dublin.
And definitely maybes.
Let's just try somewhere else.
For visiting Dublin, Ireland. And if you stay until the end, we'll have some tips if you're coming for St. Patrick's Day in this episode of Window Seat.
About ready to get some Irish in us, and can't wait to get to Dublin and enjoy some nice Guinness and leprechauns when we get off the plane.
A little Irish luck brought us $400 round-trip airfare to Dublin, so off we went.
Just zipped through the airport here, went through currency exchange. Now it's still dark out, so there's not much we can do, so we're just gonna get our asses to the hotel and maybe catch a wink, I don't know, or maybe just go full throttle. We'll see.
When you arrive at 7 a.m., sometimes you might be a little bit sleepy.
Have you been here before?
Never.
Well, you just passed the American test anyway.
But not much peps you up better than an energetic Irish cabbie.
Everyone in Ireland's a peasant, even the millionaires. We get frightened when people start calling us so.
Sadly, he didn't really want to be on camera, but he helped liven up our cab ride to our hotel, which brings us to our first don't. Don't forget to bring some cash. While many cabs do take cards, not all do, and the cabbies would prefer paper money, believe me, so you will want that. After a quick nap, we are off to explore.
You know, everybody comes to Dublin, they go to Guinness, they go to Jameson, they do, you know, the typical tourist stuff. We're gonna do all that too, but we wanted to take it a step further, do something a little bit more crazy. So we thought, what's the weirdest thing that we can do in Dublin? And we arrived at the National Leprechaun Museum. And this goes well beyond the bad horror movies.
Is that my goal? What the hell are you?
Or maybe they're not that bad, but you know what I mean. And this goes well beyond the Lucky Charms cereal. This delves into the history of the leprechaun and its prominent place in Irish culture.
Which we were excited about.
I'm ready to see some leprechauns. Does it seem a little weird? Well, that's what we wanted. It's weird, but we want weird.
But maybe
Not worth it. I mean, I am all for unique experiences, and it certainly was that, you know, very Irish, but there's more entertaining things to do in Dublin than that. So don't waste your time or money.
So we'll leave that in the don't column. No offense, Leprechaun Museum, but we needed to see more. Perhaps a pot of gold at the end next time? But this This is a must-do, the Guinness Storehouse.
This is actually a little white lie, so Guinness is not black. So can anyone tell me by raising your hand to get this extra sample of Guinness the true colour up here? Yes, it's a ruby red. Now we'll come on to this man over here, please. Well done. Something.
Yes, it is the most visited attraction in Dublin, and it is worth it, especially in January.
I think the key is to come off-season because we're here in January. The crowds are not that bad. We got right into Guinness without having to wait in any line or buy tickets in advance. So if you can, travel in the off-season. Great time to visit.
Now, if you're coming for St. Paddy's Day or for summer, you're going to want to book in advance. This place gets busy.
We see, she was asking us what color this is because it's so dark, people think it's a black beer. But really, Andy knew this, and so because Andy knew the correct answer, which was red, Andy got an extra beer.
You get a little beer, some history, plus you get to play around with the old Guinness advertisements.
I'm not as tall as that guy, so I can't reach up there.
I don't think it really works.
Sláinte.
Before drinking your big beer in the 360 bar with the best views you'll get of Dublin, right on top of the building. And yes, Guinness poured here does just taste better. After that, you'll want food, and our friend Andy had a recommendation for everyone.
I think that beef and Guinness stew would do us, serve us very well.
Also serving us well was running into our friend Bill for lunch.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Don't forget to eat since you'll likely be having plenty of libations, and do try all of the hearty things on the menu, and try to eat at as many of the pubs as possible. During our time in Ireland, we made our way around and we tried a little bit of everything from fish and chips to beef and Guinness pie to shepherd's pie, seafood pie, all different spots, all delicious, but you might be tired of potatoes by the end of your Irish adventure. Hit us up in the comments if you want any food recommendations, but first, Leo Burdock's. It is the biggest must-do we can suggest.
This is Leo Burdock's. Traditional fish and chips. It's the oldest chip joint in Dublin.
Best fish and chips in Dublin, period.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh.
Even if you have to stand on the street in the cold of January to eat it, there's no in-house dining.
Well, we tried to eat in the hotel lobby and order a beer from the bar. To be like, or so we're in the lounge. We could look. We're patronizing the place because we're having a drink from the establishment. But they're like, no, we serve food, so there's no way you can be in here with any food that is not ours. So we decided to come outside and eat in the glorious over-banging bells of the church.
I don't get these bells. This is ridiculous. I'm as big a fan of a church bell as anybody, but my God, this has been going on for 15 minutes, and it started at 7:38. Like, what? I don't get it. So, it's the soundtrack to our time in Ireland, I guess.
Yeah, don't stay around Christchurch too long. Those bells can be a lot. They are loud. Speaking of churches, do visit St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Organ loft. St. Patrick's is home to one of the largest organs in Ireland.
This place is pretty big and it has lots of history to it.
This is one of those rare sort of famous Catholic churches that doesn't have catacombs. It turns out that's because the river runs beneath the church, so there's nowhere to put them. But if you look around the walls and the floor of St. Patrick's here in Dublin, there are lots of historic folks buried here in the building.
Even some tourist-specific things to do on the inside, like brass rubbing. Never seen a church do that. Actually pretty cool. And a definite must-do for people wanting to see a little of the history behind the church named after the man with the big day. Running through a few more quick do's, definitely check out Dublin Castle and Trinity College, especially to see the Book of Kells. You're going to need to get those steps in. So do see the Halfpenny and Millennium Bridges as well. Also, absolutely take day trips. We'll have video of some of our favorites coming up later here on Window Seat. Look at these beautiful places.
It's really cool. It does look like somebody made it, but I guess they didn't. A little treacherous. I'd be careful.
Bushmills, okay, nice. Very cool. Ah, okay, yeah, I was looking down there. Okay, perfect.
We also recommend visiting a whiskey distillery. On this, take your pick, there's lots of them, or go to many if you desire. Some people go to Jameson, of course, but we chose Roe & Co.
And to clarify, this is grain, this is malt.
Grain on the left, malt on the inside, yeah. Yeah.
The one we went to right next to Guinness, it is amazing. It's very much an Irish experience worth having. Lots of options, as we said, so you can plan this in advance.
I liked it, and I highly recommend, so cheers.
As it gets dark early in the winter, it is easy to start thinking nightlife, and that means Temple Bar. Of course, we get it. It's why many of you come to this place. It's essentially Bourbon Street for those who've been to New Orleans.
We're here. We're in Temple Bar. Temple Bar, people think it's just the bar called Temple Bar, but it's not. It's a whole neighborhood. And so you don't have to be stuck going to that one bar. There's a bunch you can go to.
However, there are some big don'ts involving this neighborhood. Don't stay in a hotel nearby, not if you want any sleep. Plus, hotels here are priced higher in this area, and Dublin's very walkable, so it's easy to get elsewhere. Also, don't spend all your time here. Lots of drinks cost a couple euros more than if you drink in other parts of town, like down by Camden Street. And don't think you have to be in the actual Temple Bar.
It's going to be packed regardless of when you go and what day of the week, because it's just, that is the place. It is known for a reason, and it's packed. Everyone wants to go there, and it's all tourists.
Lots of other establishments in this neighborhood, just as entertaining, even more lively, with at least somewhat of a better likelihood of getting a pint or dram without having to wait forever. But do try to check it out once. Our advice is to go on a weekday and try to go a little early to get a spot.
We're never going to get a drink. Let's just try somewhere else.
Good luck on the weekend. It is a zoo. For that, just try to get there for a spot as early as possible if that's what you actually want. Now, thanks to all of you who stayed to the end for Little St. Patrick's Day Guide. Hundreds of thousands of people come to Dublin every year just for this, and 500,000 people are out on the streets, so you're going to want to be prepared. First, get a hotel in town center, as most of the best parade viewing is near O'Connell Street. You can get tickets online for good grandstand spots. The parade begins at noon, so if you don't have tickets, be out early. Also, bars are going to be open early and they fill up fast. Be prepared. And if you want distillery or Guinness tours, book those tickets in advance. Those places are going to be zoos. Don't limit yourself. Be open to options. It's going to be hard to navigate that many people and try to make it everywhere. So put a plan in place, but be ready to be flexible and just enjoy yourself. Sláinte. So there you have it. That's it from Ireland and the gorgeous city of Dublin as the sun goes down on another great adventure here on Window Seat. We're back with another brand new episode next Friday. In the meantime, hope you enjoy one of these other episodes from Window Seat.